What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are talking about the Givi Trekker Outback cases on my R1250 GS, so let's get after it. All right, guys, so not gonna give you any fluff today. Sorry about the sunglasses, but it is super bright where I am right now. Kind of cool, checking out this beautiful view. Got a massive wind turbine right next to me, and this whole place is just littered with these things. So very windy. Hopefully the audio is coming through nice and clear for you guys. I've actually ridden with these on a GSA before, did a couple of longer trips, rode these exact same cases on a Yamaha Super Tenere 1200 all the way to Colorado. So I have a bit of experience. Just got back with a trip with these things, and we went all the way from Lisbon, Portugal, all the way up to the north of Portugal, and then toured around for a couple days, and it was absolutely amazing. Loved having these as companions with me. So let's check out a couple of features of these cases. All right, so a couple of things that I really love about these things. As you can see, the left pannier, the way we're facing, is actually much bigger than the one on the right. We've got a 48 liter here, 37 there, and basically why they do that is because you've got the exhaust over here. And so if you actually put 37s on both sides, which some people prefer, you're actually getting kind of a lopsided feel on your bike. I can't say you'd probably feel it too much, but I haven't ridden with it, so I don't know. But because you have the exhaust on this side, this helps carry the weight a little bit more evenly. If you were to measure straight across, the center point would be right here in the center of the bike. So it's very well thought out, very well done. I love the bigger case on this side because you can actually fit a full size helmet in there. You can't do that on the 37. You can go ahead and fit an entire helmet down in there, and I will show you, you've still got quite a bit of room in there if you wanted to, you know, put some other things in here, whatever it might be. You know, I normally store my gloves down in there. So yeah, it's very, very spacious. You've got a ton of room. That's awesome, because if you're traveling and you do have a top case on, you don't have the Givi wider top case. They've got a big, I forget how many liters it is, but you know, you get that bigger top case from Givi. I've still got the BMW top case. You could put two helmets in that one, but if you're riding with a top case and you're riding with the side cases, you could put a helmet here and a helmet here if you're riding with a pillion. So that's very nice to be able to lock all your gear up in the summer or whatever it might be. I love being able to ditch my jacket and lock it up so you could fit your full jacket in there. I also always ride with my airbag vest, so I can go ahead and shove that down in there as well. And it is just in one pannier, and I've still got room in this thing. You know, close that thing up, lock it, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about anybody messing with your gear. I can put all this gear in the 37 liter because it's got plenty of room, and then fit my helmet down in here, and I'm walking around like a normal guy. I don't have to carry any of my gear with me. You're not that guy walking around with your helmet looped under your arm or anything like that, where it's very cumbersome, or sitting at a dinner table and you've got your helmet sitting on the table or sitting in a chair. I'm just gonna leave it in there actually for the rest of this. Great thing about the Givi cases is how quickly they come on and off. So you go ahead and put this in the unlock position, then you're good to go. You just kind of lift that right there, releases it, boom. You're ready to go. You can set these down. If you're going camping or whatever, you can set this on the ground, use this as a stool if you want to sit on that. And when you're ready, even if you have this in the locked position, you can just go ahead and boom, done. You're ready to go. Your cases are back on, and you can hit your next adventure or run to the supermarket or whatever you're doing. So that's actually a great feature of these. You can actually just slap them right back on super quick, run to the supermarket, and then if you decide later you want to go into the city, and for some reason, for instance, I find that these are a little bit harder to split lanes with. So these do have a mono key, so you only have one key that unlocks both of them, which is great. It would be the same for the top case if I had it. I think these just look absolutely stunning. I mean, look at these things. This is the 37 over here, and then you've got the 48 over here. Sometimes I catch my legs on these things when I'm flipping my leg over onto the bike. Not too bad. I mean, you learn how to live with them, right? Just like anything else. When I am going into the city, I used to have like soft bags on the side, the Loma ones. If you've seen some of my other videos, you will see those. But basically, those are really hard. It takes you about 10 minutes to get them on and off. So they're not very easy. They weren't very big, so I could split lanes no problem, but these are definitely much bigger, as you can see. So I do have to take these off if I want to go into the city. You know, I can take these into the city, no problem. I can split lanes moderately well with these, but the problem is if I'm really going into the city and it's heavy traffic hour, I've got to take these off in Lisbon, just because riding with a top case, you're way more nimble, and you know, you can split split lanes much easier. So if you're in a city where splitting lanes is much more popular, I've just got some junk down in this one right now. Motorcycle documents, some extra pair of gloves, a candy wrapper from the last trip, so, and a couple of tools. But you can see they're very, very spacious. If you guys did want to, this is very easy to take off. So all you've got to do is you've got a little tab here, you just push down and you can actually take that whole lid off if you wanted to load some stuff. I've never had a problem with it. Plenty wide, so I don't have any issues with that. Yeah, so it says that they're not waterproof online, they're just water resistant, but I've hit these things in heavy rain, gone on some trips where we really got pissed on, and then as well I've washed them several times with power washers, and and never had any problems of leaking or anything like that. I've opened them up just to check it out, and they're perfectly fine, no issues. All right, if you guys did want to, you could actually strap some more luggage. They've got these great loops on top. You could strap some more luggage on top of these if you wanted. I have ridden like that before. I actually had a bag going all the way across both of these when I went to Colorado, and they held up great. I will say some people say that they're not as water resistant if you dent them. I had a buddy that dropped his GSA. I've got a video of that online. He dropped his GSA and basically dented right up underneath here pretty big, and he just basically opened it up, took a hammer, banged it out, and it was no big deal, and the case is just fine. So it's slight, you could slightly see something under here, but it's not a big deal. So yeah, I love the black. I think the black looks absolutely incredible and really fits with my bike, since I try and keep everything black on here, which I just think looks really nice. All right guys, so that is the Givi Trekker Outback cases. They look absolutely incredible on this bike. I love riding with them. You don't really feel too much extra baggage when you're riding. If they are fully loaded, you do feel a bit of a difference, but it's not too much of a difference. I'm gonna keep these things for sure. I'm gonna run them. They are a bit expensive. That's the only big bugaboo with these things, I really feel. Other than that, they've been great when I rode them on these other motorcycles as well. So I am a huge fan. I've been wanting these for a while. That's why when I actually bought the racks, I bought them for the Givi cases. I knew I was gonna put some other bags on there for a while, and then eventually go up to these, and it was a great choice because I love these things. Quick release, easy to use, tons of space. You can store anything in there, lock it up, you know it's safe, and they look fantastic on this motorcycle. So R1250 GS, if you guys have a different bike, they still look good. As I said, I rode them on a Yamaha Super Tenere 1200, and I got looks all the time, people coming up, oh man, that looks so sick. So really, really incredible. If you guys are interested in the Givi Trekker Outback cases, definitely go buy them. I do think that they are a bit expensive because you have to buy the cases and you have to buy the racks separately. So it does get a little bit pricey, but it's worth the investment in my opinion. If you're gonna do any amount of long rides, you're gonna be riding around, you wanna lock your stuff up in the bike, these are excellent cases. And actually, the way the market is set right now, these aren't too badly priced. So definitely check them out. I'll put a link down in the description if you guys want to see. This is not sponsored by Givi at all, but I will put the link down there where I got mine and a place in the US where you can get yours. So other than that, ride safe, and we will see you on the pavement.